This base is perfect for those perverts that follow the god of pleasure. In this video, I will show you how to make some pleasure palace bases. Here are the paints I'll be using. You can find a list of materials in the description below. The first thing I did was I found myself some cardboard and marked out how big the bases were so that I could cut them out. I then glued these onto the base with some superglue. After that, I used a pair of scissors to trim the cardboard flush with the edge of the base. Then I began cutting out some curves into the cardboard so that I could cut them out and apply these to the base. And I glued those shapes down to make some interesting, short, wavy steps. These bases have curves. And I continued to use my scissors to trim any overhanging cardboard flush with the base. On one of the bases, I wanted to give it a little extra height, so I carved a round section of foam core and glued it onto the base to make a much taller step. And I used my hobby knife to carve it flush with the edge of the base. Then I found some 3mm decorative pearls at the craft store, and these are perfect for adding a little bling to my bases. I put the whole string around the raised step for this base. And I cut off some single pearls to stick randomly onto the bases. Then I used these larger necklace beads to make a regal chalice that would look right at home in a pleasure palace. I don't want to know what they put in it, but I attached it to the base with some superglue. After that, I primed the models white with my airbrush. You could also prime them using a rattle can. Then I base coated the models with some Vallejo Silver paint. This took a few thin coats. Then I mixed together a 50-50 mix of Games Workshop Druchii Violet and Games Workshop Technical Lahmian Medium and applied this to all three bases. Once that was dry, I dry brushed everything with some Games Workshop Runefang steel to brighten them up. Lastly, I painted the pearls black to match the eyes of the followers of Slaaneshie. I dotted each one with a dot of blue, specifically Games Workshop's Sotek green. And lastly, I painted the pearls with some dark indigo ink to make them look a little more mysterious. Then finally, the bases were finished and the only thing left was to paint the rim of the base, which I decided to break from tradition, and I'm using some P3 beaten purple. And there you have 3 completed Pleasure Palace bases. We make tutorials like these every week, and if you like what you see and you'd like more of them, you can help us out by supporting us over on Patreon. And you'll get some behind the scenes and exclusive content as well. If you have some leftover purple paint, you could try our Simple Alien Environment base. Find this video and lots more like it on our basing playlist, where you will find dozens of unique and awesome bases. But that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.